I don't know if President William Ruto means it, because he said so many things and I can't locate him these days, because the things he said during election and the things he's doing now are two different things.
South African opposition leader Julius Malema has threw some punches to Kenyan President William Ruto. I want us to watch this video. I'll be back for my own opinion.
I don't know if President William Ruto means it, because he said so many things and I can't locate him these days, because the things he said during election and the things he's doing now are two different things. I don't know, because I heard him saying we need to do away with the dollar and build our own currency. But his actions are not speaking to anything of doing away with the dollar. The latest being putting a red carpet for a murderer, a person who killed the Kenyan people, coming into this country, receiving a red carpet and being saluted by our own army. This is not a Kenyan army, it's not a colonialist army. The Kenyan army is a product of the Mau Mau rebellion, and those who killed our people in the Mau Mau rebellion cannot be saluted by the same army of the children of those who were killed during Mau Mau rebellion. We have a duty to stay true to the cause. We have a duty to remind the king and Britain of what they did to us. Indeed, he shows no remorse. He says this was bad, it shouldn't have happened. But he runs short of, I apologize, I am sorry. He will never say he is sorry, for because he thinks that his race makes him superior and he's not qualified to apologize to those who are junior to him.
So those who don't understand what is happening, this man is Julius Malema, who is South African opposition leader, very outspoken, and he's also a true Pan-Africanist who don't mince words when it comes to saying what he think. In other side, William Ruto is also the leader of Kenya. He's the leader of Kenya, and he says his words are more Pan-Africans, but some people think his words and his actions are different. Most of the times, he's saying Africa should have one currency, Africa should unite. He's going to give most of the African countries free visa to enter Kenya. But on the other side, he also behaved differently. Mr. Julius Malema is really attacking him because he thinks a true Pan-Africanist will not lay red carpet for King Charles to come to their country and you salute them. There is this incident that happens in Kenya years back, which during the fight or the hustle for independence, some Kenyans formed a group called Mau Mau, who were fighting for the independence of Kenyans. They were like, let's say, the group called Black Panther in USA. These people were also an uprising or a movement that were fighting the British colonial rules. And during the hustling, some of the British normally mistreated most of the Mau Mau group. They arrested some, they detained some, they killed some. And Mr. Malema was expecting William Ruto to demand apology from King Charles when he visited there. But at the end of the day, he gave him military parade, they saluted him, and King Charles talked about the Mau Mau uprising. But at the end of the day, he did not apologize to the Kenyan people. So somehow, Mr. Julius Malema is saying, you cannot be preaching what you can't practice. At the end of the day, you have to preach what you are practicing. So it makes you seem like you are just doing lip servicing for people to like you, but at the end of the day, you don't behave, your behavior don't match what you say. Mr. Julius Malema has been talking about Pan-Africanism and how Africa should unite for a very long time, and I have come across a video. This particular speech, he made it in Kenya, Nairobi. He made it in Kenya because Mr. Malema is in Kenya for them to form a Pan-African Union, which is going to make sure whatever they have been talking about it for years of African unity will start from somewhere. So they are forming a union in Kenya so that they can make sure this Pan-African ideas has started being implemented. Because at the end of the day, we can't be talking about Pan-Africanists always. We can't be preaching about the unity of Africa, and at the end of the day, we don't take any steps out of it. So Mr. Malema is in Kenya with some group of people to form a Pan-Africanist union, which is going to see through that the African unity has taken shape. Because without African unity, Africa is going to hustle. Africa is going to hustle, and we are always going to be in our corners and go to the world market, trading with these small countries, and at the end of the day, we are not going to gain anything, or we are not going to be benefited from world markets. So this Julius Malema is one of the great Pan-Africans, who is really pushing for Pan-Africanist or Pan-Africanism ideas. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification button so that anytime I upload any great content, you will be notified. Thanks for watching.